Hey, Big Gumbo here. I'm going to do a little what sold video today and just kind of talk about things that sold for a little more money and sold quickly. So I found this Cody James Western leather jacket in the bins the other day, and I was familiar with the company Cody James because I sold a bunch of their jeans before. I found a whole bunch of them in a big stack at the bins, and they all sold pretty quickly for around 20 bucks. Even like bootcut, kind of out of style ones. So I found this jacket and I grabbed it. It had like kind of a stained look to it. You can see on the leather there. I don't know, I think it's just supposed to look distressed. But that thing sold for 60 bucks plus like 12 bucks shipping, and it only took like a week or so. I found this Oak Hill. I don't typically sell like formal type dress type business jackets and stuff like that, but I found this Oak Hill linen blend. I think it's a blazer or maybe it's a sport coat. I don't really know, so I just put them both in the title. But this sold for $64 plus shipping, and it only took a couple days to sell actually. But this one was also size 4XL, which is one of the reasons it probably sold for more and sold so quickly. I've heard Oak Hill is a good company, but I've looked it up on stuff in the past like sweaters and button-up shirts, and the numbers weren't very good. But this one is good. This pair of Nike sweatpants actually sold, I think it was like one day, maybe 2 days, for $15 plus $7.50 shipping. On all the Nike stuff I grab now, I've just been going crazy looking up style numbers. I don't know, there's some numbers on like the underside of the tag, and now I type those in almost every time I list something that's like one of these basic brands, and it'll usually sell a lot quicker. I originally had those priced at $25. But somebody sent me $15 plus the $7.50 shipping. So I'm obviously going to take that on a really basic Nike item. But you can sell basic Nike stuff like that quickly. Oh, you've seen in my last video, I found this Odlo compression base layer shirt. I said I was going to get like 30 bucks for it, but somebody sent me an offer of 20 and I took it. Odlo, O-D-L-O. I grabbed this Tommy Bahama shirt at the bins the other day. It just had a really cool print on it. I don't love getting Tommy Bahama, but I do pick it up quite a bit at the bins if it's size XL and above and made out of silk. And this one, just because I think because of the pattern, sold pretty quickly. You can wait quite a while on Tommy Bahama stuff, but we got $18.66 plus shipping on this one. This item was listed for less than a day. I actually bought this at the regular thrift store for I think $5.99. It is, the numbers on Robert Graham button-up short sleeve shirts were actually looking a lot better than I thought. So I grabbed this for like $5.99. It sold for $19 plus $5.99 shipping. I don't love Robert Graham that much, but this thing sold actually really fast. I think it was maybe one day. I was going to try to get like 30 bucks for these chubbies that you saw in the last video, but it turned out they had several stains on them that were kind of noticeable. So somebody sent me an offer for 20 and I took it. And those only took a couple days to sell. I found two Royal Robins hiking like skirts. They're kind of longer with cargo pockets. I found them in the bins. This one sold the same day that I listed it for $15.90 plus shipping. Royal Robins is one of the outdoor brands you don't really hear a lot about, but it does sell pretty well for me, especially like the men's hiking shorts. And you can even sell like their basic tops and things like that for decent, well, not, I guess decent money, yeah. I found these Levi's 559 relaxed straight jeans, new with the tags, in the thrift store, I think last week. They were big size, 44-30, and they sold for $30 plus $8.30 shipping. And I think I paid like $10 or $12 for those. So not that great for paying that much, but I took a chance and they did sell. I found these Lululemon pants in the thrift store the other day. I did pay up on them. I think they were $7.99 and they were in the men's section, but they were size 14, so I knew they weren't men's. They are the Lululemon City Sleek 5 pocket pants. Yeah, and they sold, I want to say they sold overnight. That's just kind of my guess. I had them listed at like 55 bucks, and I think with my 20% offer, they paid $44.70 for those. And like I said before, I'm just trying to show you the things that sold fast for decent money. I found this UGG fuzzy fleece. I think everyone thought this was a blanket. It was in the bins. It's like this fleece-lined cape poncho shawl thing. And the sold comps on it weren't amazing. They were like 35 bucks, and this thing was huge. So I had to charge like calculated shipping on it. But the person lived close by, so they only paid $80.70. It sold for $28 in a couple days. Just pretty much undercut everyone to get rid of it because it was big and it was taking up space in my inventory. But it sold fast. These North Face women's stretch cargo hiking pants, I paid up for. I think I paid like $5.99 for these in the thrift. They sold very, very fast for $18 plus $7.50 shipping. It's kind of a gamble to pick up North Face stuff like this, or at least it's a gamble to pay up on it, especially for the women's. Sometimes it can just never ever sell, and you might sell it for 10 bucks a year later. But I got lucky on this one, and it sold pretty quick. I picked up these Athleta Hudson board shorts in the thrift store last week, and they sold for, it's another one where I looked up the style. For all the Athleta stuff, I always look up the style. Some of it's not worth paying up for, but these were worth paying up for. They were good size 8, and the buyer paid $20.43 plus $6 shipping, and they sold incredibly fast. You might remember these from the last video. They are the Flint and Tinder pants. I was hoping to get a little more for them. Obviously, I didn't wait that long to see if I could, but somebody sent me an offer for $25 for these, and I took them just because. Flint and Tinder, I've never sold the company before, but I think I said in the last video they make waxed pants that can do quite a bit better, like over $100. I found this in the bins, and it was kind of interesting. It looked like it looked kind of like a, what did it look like? Just like a vintage, like old ringer tee. But it said Champion on it, and it had this like vintage looking tag, and then above that it said Snyder. So I looked that up, and I guess that's this guy named Todd Snyder who did like a collaboration with Champion. And the sold comps on these, like the sell-through rate wasn't that great, but it looked like they were selling for like 25 bucks. So I listed it at $25.88, and someone took the 25% or 20% off coupon and bought it for $19.67. And I don't think it's actually vintage. It was made in Canada, but I think this is like a modern thing that Champion did. I don't really know. It's also a good size, 2XL. But I guess look for Champion Todd Snyder stuff. So these Wrangler flame-resistant jeans, I got them over the weekend. I think you saw them in the last video. They sold between then and now. So I think I had them for like a couple days. I had them listed at like $25.88. Someone sent an offer and picked them up for $19.90 plus $8.30 shipping. Picked up these American Eagle classic cargo shorts last week. These might have been in my last video, I don't know. But they sold super duper fast for $15 plus $7.50 shipping. I always charge $7.50 shipping on the cargo shorts because like 75% of the time they're over a pound, which is one of the things I don't like about cargo shorts. But yeah, that's pretty good for American Eagle, something selling in 1 week for 15 plus shipping, so over 20 bucks. Oh, and I also sold another pair of American Eagle cargo shorts for $15 plus $7.50 shipping. And I know I got these last week as well, so these are doing pretty good. I would definitely be picking those up if you can get them like under 5 bucks. I think I got this thing like 2 weeks ago. It's an Under Armour golf pullover jacket, and it had like this weird like ribbed pattern on it. But I looked up the style on it, and it was the Under Armour Storm Evolution Daytona. And because I put that style in there, like a month ago I would have just listed this as Under Armour golf polo, or sorry, Under Armour golf pullover jacket. And it wouldn't have sold, and I would have priced it at like $15.88, and it would take like 3 months to sell. But because I took that extra time and looked up the style, and this is all stuff I've gotten from the ladies on YouTube. They always look up the style, so thank you, ladies. This thing sold for $20.70 plus $7.50 shipping, and it only took, I think, less than a week to sell. So I'm the style guy now. The reason I call it a style number is because some lady in the comments was like, why do men always call it the model? I don't think she actually talks like that, but yeah, whatever. I didn't get a lot of money for this, but it sold immediately. It is a Pearl Azumi Elite cycling jersey. Just something I found in the bins, so I paid like probably 75 cents for this. And it had some damage, so I only listed it 15 bucks, and they used my coupon and paid $11.90 plus $6 shipping for it. And it sold almost immediately. These actually sold really fast. They were vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. I don't know if they're real vintage. They look vintage, but sometimes I'll just throw vintage in the title just to get some eyes on it. But these sold for $16 plus $7.50 shipping. It's just a bins find. I think it took like a week to sell. Here's another example of me just putting vintage in the title. This wasn't made in USA or anything. This has to be vintage. It was a Nike golf polo with like this really cool, you can see it just has like this cool pattern on it. And I actually saw this in the regular Goodwill, but it had this weird Nike tag that I'd never seen before. So I thought it was just bootleg Nike and I never picked it up. But then it turned up in the bins a couple months later, same shirt. And on the inside, I saw that it had this like real Nike tag, and I was like, okay, this was legit Nike. And it sold same day for $18 plus $6 shipping. Maybe I could have got more money for that, I have no idea. But I don't really care. Oh, this was a great buy. In the bins the other day, there was a whole bunch of these Wranglers, new with the tags, and everybody left them there, so I kind of second guessed it, like, maybe I should leave. These Wranglers do suck. But I sold multiple pairs of these. Wranglers, women's bootcut low rise, so it's not even like a popular style, but they were new with the tags, and I sold a bunch of them for, by a bunch I mean 3, for $20 plus $7.50 shipping, and they were a really weird size. For the size, it said 7/8 by 32. I don't really know what that means. Like, is it a size 7? Is it a size 8? We sold some, and I'm happy about that because probably paid like $2 a pair for those. Sold 2 pairs of Aria, like really distressed pants to the same lady. Well, they weren't that distressed, but they had stains on them throughout. Like here you can see the little belt loop is broken. I sold 2 pairs to the same lady for, let's see, she paid $31 and those sold the same day. I priced them super cheap. I think I had them at like $20 a pair. She also paid $15 shipping on that, so she paid $46 for the 2 pairs, which I think is a pretty good deal for both of us, considering I paid like $2 a piece and they were super distressed. But yeah, those Aria flame resistant pants, the men's and the women's, do really well. I found this in the bins. It's an Oakley Biozone something snowboard jacket. It just looked really nice, and I do like selling Oakley. Oakley's not as good as it was a year ago. 1 year ago, I was selling Oakley for like over $20 every time I found anything Oakley. Now I've sold Oakley recently for like $5 for like their shorts. Last year was amazing, but this was a more substantial piece, and it sold for $88 plus like $9 shipping. It was really nice. Surprised everyone left it in the bins, but yeah, and it sold really fast. I priced this maybe a little bit too cheap. I got $22 plus $7.50 shipping for it. Maybe not, because it's just Columbia, but it was a Columbia Omni Heat Goose Down like puffer vest. $22 plus $7.50 shipping. I didn't want to price it high and wait forever, because with outerwear like this right now, you might end up waiting a year until next cold season to sell it. So I just got rid of it quick. I got it at the bin, so it's no big deal. And it did have some grease stains all over it. But $22 plus $7.50 shipping, and it sold in under a week. Here's something that sold. All these things I'm just guessing in like 1 or 2 days, because that's what it felt like. Took a couple days to sell this. It was a Carhartt heavy canvas button-up shirt, jacket, shacket. I think maybe it sold faster because I put shacket in the title. But it was like heavy canvas, flannel lined, just kind of everything you want in a Carhartt thing. And it sold for $31 plus $8.70 shipping. And I think I originally had it priced at like $45, but yeah. Here's a good one. These are like, if you find jeans that are like super thick and almost have like knee pads on them, look them up, because they could be like motorcycle riding jeans. I found 2 pairs of these in the bins maybe 2 weeks ago, and I sold one of them for $36.70. They're like lined with like Kevlar, and they might have knee pads that slip into them. You got to check for those. These ones did not have the knee pads, so we only got $36 for them. I think I have the other one listed up at like $50. That one does have the knee pads. They sold really fast, so that's what we're here for, right? I put Kevlar in the title. I think maybe I shouldn't have done that, because I found out recently that Kevlar is a VeRO word, so be careful with that. But the company is called Bilt, B-I-L-T, and these are the Ironworkers jeans. Found these in the thrift store, pair of Mountain Hardwear pants. I think I paid like $5.99 for these at the Hospice thrift store. and they sold super duper fast. They have like a roll tab ankle. Like if you see on the end of sleeves or on the end of the pants, if they have buttons on them, usually there'll be a little like strap on the inside, and that's called a roll tab. So they can stay rolled up. So they're kind of convertible. You can call them convertible if you want in the listing. But these sold pretty quickly for $36 plus $7.50 shipping. And the company is Mountain Hardware. It's a great company, and that's one where I looked up the actual model of it. And I think that's why I got more money and why it sold faster. I think maybe this will be the last one. This company is called Wawmaker. I didn't pay hardly anything for this. I think it might have even been on Dollar Day at St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. It was brand new with the tags. It's kind of like a fancy dress-up vest. It was shiny, fancy. Company's called Wawmaker. They make like fancy, old-fashioned people that like to like just dress up old-timey for some reason. They wear this company. But it sold for $42 plus $5.99 shipping, and it sold within a couple days, I think. Yeah. So basically that's what's going on here. I'm just selling things. Thanks for watching.